In this video, we will go through what are some of the considerations you can take when you are pursuing an overseas education. The first, you have to decide what is the course that you want to take. Look at the institutions that offer this course in the country that you have intention to apply to. If not, you can do a quick search which institutions are known to conduct this course. Then does the course that you have selected match with your interests, personality, strengths, and values besides your aspirations? How would the overseas education help you that a local education or institution cannot provide? For example, students often cite that they want to be exposed to different cultures and nationalities. Okay, that is a good intention, or there is a good exposure. But why do you need to be exposed to different cultures? Singapore is multicultural. We work with different nationalities as well, and we face them in our daily life. Why do you need to spend so much money to go elsewhere? You have to be able to justify it because firstly, your parents or yourself are going to spend a lot of financial investment, time and effort into this overseas education. Even if you can afford it, there's an opportunity cost for every decision we make. So can the money be better spent elsewhere? It really depends. So please weigh your pros and cons. Then the content of study in overseas are different from our local universities. So how can that help you? And if you study there, what are you losing out from our local education? Singapore's education is very well known over the world for our high standard. Would your job in future benefit from an overseas education? So if you have intention to continue working in the country that you are going to study, or if you are likely to be posted across the world, maybe you have intention to work in a multinational company, they have branches everywhere. So this overseas education can give you a stepping stone to clinching that job. Okay, the third, what kind of institution should you choose out of the many countries that offer it? So will you be able to assimilate into the environment for that 4 years of study? I have colleagues who shared that when they are overseas, they still tend to stick together with other foreign students or students from the same country as them, and not able to mix around much with the local students of that country. It doesn't have to be extroverts who are able to do that. My colleagues are extroverts themselves, they are very sociable, and yet you tend to stick to people who you are more familiar with. You have a shared history that you can talk about. The country that you're going into, are they multicultural, multi-language? Do they use English as their main form of communication? Are the classes conducted in English, or do you have to learn their local language in order to understand? Some countries, such as South Korea, you can look at the university websites. Some of the websites do not even have English translation. So even to understand what courses are offered there, you have to learn their language. Similar for countries like Japan and even in China. Even though their institution ranking can be quite high among the world, not all of them use English. Then should you base your decision on just their ranking alone? In one of our videos, we mentioned how subjective the rankings could be depending on the set of criteria they chose for that particular survey. If the survey focus more on research facilities, then other countries who are more vocational skills based might not be on that ranking. And if that is the kind of learning style that you prefer, you might make a wrong decision in that sense. Of course, don't be afraid to make wrong decisions. It is an opportunity for us to learn, but you need to be able to evaluate since you're going to spend so much money. Then what is the admission criteria? This can help you decide your secondary or upper secondary subject combination. Usually you do not enter via their local student admission. So on the school's website, you have to look out for international students where the set of documents required to be submitted most likely will differ from their own local students. Sometimes they do not accept A levels or O levels or ITE, higher NITEC, poly diploma because every country's educational certification is different. Some of them, for example, UK, Hong Kong, Australia, they follow Cambridge syllabus, so they recognize our certificates. But other European countries or America, they might need you to send your grades to a conversion center or you have to take their local standardized testing. So there are more steps to take. Then because they do not know you well, they do not know your level of education, is it comparable to theirs? You might need to submit personal statements, portfolios beyond just your academic results. Okay, step 5, the institution that you're going into, do they offer any special programs like CCAs? That might not be available in Singapore. So if so, then that is a really good opportunity for you to invest this amount of school fees and broaden your exposure. Would this special program help you to clinch future job roles or internship roles? Okay, step 6, other important considerations. Do you have any family members in that country that you are going to? If not, are your parents, caregivers, or siblings going with you? Or are they already there? If not, then you have to be ready to be independent. Talk this through with your parents, caregivers, or other adults to see what kind of arrangements you need to make. It could be accommodations. Not all schools in all countries have their own hostels or dormitories. You might need to rent a place beyond the school grounds. Visit the campus if you have the chance to travel to that country and recce before you decide to apply there. At least have a sense of their culture. Is it safe? What kind of environment that the school is located in, which might not be able to be seen from photographs or their website. Do you have enough finances to not just pay for the school fees, but as well as the rent for your accommodation, your daily expenses? If not, are you going to apply for scholarship, bursaries? What are the criteria to apply for them? Then, in case, touch wood, if you need SOS, who can you call for help? Is the country more than 4 hours flight away? Will your parents or your loved ones be able to reach you in time? If not, then who else do you have as a backup to support in that country? Is it the Singaporean embassy? Take note that Singapore does not have an embassy in every country. Some of them, they have like consulates or an ambassador, but they may not have a proper embassy office because we do not have many Singaporeans going there, or it could be they do not have the infrastructure to support an embassy. So please do your research. Step 7, Just now we briefly mentioned the foreign language that you might need to pick up. Some countries, even though they may speak a little bit of English or conduct their official lessons in English, but in general, from day to day, do they use English to converse? If not, you might need to learn basic language that they speak there uh, to mingle with the locals, to even purchase food outside your school grounds. Then what are the visas you have to apply for? Is it a student visa? If you intend to work part-time, do you need to apply for a separate visa? Some student visas allow limited hours of work or the type of work you can do. When you are in that country, uh, are you able to set up a bank account for you to withdraw funds? Some of these bank accounts, they might need a very tedious process or documentation. If you are of legal age to drive, different countries have different legal driving ages. So if you go there, do you intend to drive? Or then if so, you have to apply for international driving license. Then for emergency preparation, some countries, Singapore is very, uh, we are in a location free from natural disasters. So other countries are not so uh, fortunate geographically. Will there be earthquakes, tornadoes, or any disasters that you need to know how to react in those situations? If you have not come across one before, then you can maybe watch videos online. Sometimes people record videos of what happened during earthquakes. Don't look at the mild ones, look at the worst case scenario. Mild ones, of course, nothing much. Worst case scenario, do you have to run somewhere, prepare an emergency backpack where you can just grab and go anytime? What are the protocols that the citizens do when such events occur? Please do your thorough research, because these are things that we don't face in Singapore. We may not know what to do when you have to live for a prolonged period of time in other countries. Then for crime rates, again, Singapore, even though we have low crime rates, that is still crime. Other countries, certain areas are more prone to criminal instances. So, is the campus that you are going to study or your accommodation located in a relatively safe area? In case anything happens, what is the emergency number to call? Thirdly, is there any laws or social norms that you might not unintentionally pass the threshold because we may not have it in Singapore? For example, in Japan, it is rude to blow your nose or eat while you are walking. Even though it is not illegal to do that, but it is frowned upon by society. They also do not like people talking loudly, blasting your videos on public transport. Singapore is trying to curb that, but in Japan, generally, they do not do that. So, also research on all these norms, social norms, and laws, especially that we may not have in Singapore, because laws are different in every country, and even in bigger countries, the laws are different in every state. Their traffic laws, their social laws are different. Okay, step 9. How are you going to keep in touch with local friends and family? This is more of a personal stance, nothing very urgent or important, but something that you can add into your planning. So so why we talk about this is because let's say you plan to call your parents every day, or maybe every 2 days. Have a regular schedule in case, touch wood, anything happens to you, you did not contact them for more than a certain period of time. They might sense something could be wrong, and they might help to seek assistance before things get too late. Okay, finally, the resources that you can tap on for the more common overseas destinations that Singaporeans like to apply to, you can check out these websites for more information.